God's blessings to everyone. This is a DGH Radio.com news and information news update for the Caribbean, and I'm reporter SGD reporting the news for Wednesday, September 17th, 2025, covering the latest developments from across the Caribbean. We begin in Jamaica, where a long-anticipated cultural milestone has arrived. A modern immersive exhibition gallery has opened at the Natural History Museum of Jamaica in Kingston. The new space features 6 ecosystem dioramas, an eye-catching aquarium, and rare specimens, all designed to spark environmental stewardship and scientific curiosity among visitors of all ages. The gallery strengthens research and outreach efforts and is expected to boost local pride and ecotourism alike. Also, in Jamaica, an investigation is underway into a fatal police encounter in Lakes Penn, St. Catherine. The independent oversight body is examining the circumstances surrounding the early morning shooting of a 27-year-old man with standard procedures, evidence gathering, residue swabs, and an autopsy already in motion. Community voices are calling for transparency, while authorities urge patience as the facts are assembled. Politics and culture intersected in Kingston as Prime Minister Andrew Holness took the oath for another term and publicly dismissed speculation about imminent succession. The ceremony blended formalities with live performances from leading dancehall artists, underscoring the role of music in national life. The administration emphasized policy continuity on the economy, education, and security. In school sports, heavy rain and lightning in Lucia forced officials to call off a DaCosta Cup football match at halftime. Safety protocols prevailed, and organizers will work to reschedule amid a rainy season calendar already under pressure. Turning to regional governance and the economy, Jamaica has launched a multi-year digital transformation of government services, including a centralized online portal and cybersecurity upgrades, with pilot programs slated for key agencies. Across the water in Trinidad and Tobago, business groups are pressing for more clarity on foreign exchange allocations as smaller firms struggle with access and delays. Meanwhile, negotiations between Trinidad and Tobago and Venezuela over the Dragon gas field have hit a snag on commercial terms and payment mechanics, injecting uncertainty into the twin island nations' medium-term gas supply outlook. Health headlines. St. Lucia has intensified a national dengue awareness and vector control campaign after a rise in cases linked to recent heavy rainfall. Region-wide, the Pan American Health Organization is urging stronger safeguards for newborns and children in medical settings, with sepsis prevention and staff training among the priorities. In Belize, the latest international economic review credits a rebound in tourism and fiscal consolidation, while warning that climate shocks and external swings remain key risks, making disaster financing and resilient infrastructure essential. Tourism and transport. Barbados has convened an emergency response to a massive sargassum influx affecting beaches, marine life, and bookings. Authorities are deploying cleanup crews while exploring long-term solutions such as floating barriers and commercial uses of the seaweed. In Parliament, Barbados is also advancing a tourist accommodation bill to set modern quality and safety standards across hotels, guest houses, villas, and short-term rentals. Regionally, a new high-speed inter-island ferry linking Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, and the Grenadines, and Grenada has been approved, with operations targeted for early next year to strengthen trade and travel. In aviation, LIAT 2020 has finalized aircraft acquisitions, jet equipment suited to short regional hops, marking a concrete step toward restoring reliable, affordable inter-island air service. Security. Jamaican law enforcement executed a record cocaine seizure at the Montego Bay port, disrupting a major trafficking route and prompting tighter scrutiny of port operations. The United States has again designated several Caribbean countries as major drug transit or production jurisdictions, a label tied to geography and trafficking patterns. Regional leaders say the listing underscores the need for better coastal surveillance, financial crimes enforcement, and community prevention programs. Regional integration, 4 CARICOM members, Barbados, Belize, Dominica, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, are slated to begin full free movement of people on October 1st, easing work and residency within their borders and advancing the single market vision. Food security remains high on CARICOM's agenda as leaders push to cut the import bill by 25% by the year 2025, with proposals for logistics upgrades, climate-smart farming, and financing for small producers. Education and technology. Trinidad and Tobago will pilot artificial intelligence tutoring tools in select secondary schools to personalize learning and reduce teacher administrative load, with researchers tracking outcomes for future expansion. Energy and macro risks. Guyana's rapid oil-driven growth is drawing fresh warnings about Dutch disease, the risk that a booming energy sector crowds out agriculture and manufacturing. Economists urge careful use of oil revenues, diversification, and strong institutions to spread gains across society. Disaster readiness. A new United Nations and European Union program will invest in faster, safer evacuations and better shelter planning across Caribbean states, including shared data standards, training, and legal frameworks to move people quickly during crises. Sport. West Indies men's cricket will cap the year with the first ever 2020 series versus Nepal in Sharjah, a 2-test tour of India, limited overs fixtures in Bangladesh, and a full tour of New Zealand. Separately, selectors have recalled batting reinforcements for the India series and introduced a new spinner to address subcontinental conditions. International notes affecting our region. Tensions between government and the press in the United States escalated as the sitting president filed a major defamation suit against a leading newspaper, an action watched closely by free speech advocates worldwide. In the Middle East, a renewed military advance in Gaza has triggered mass displacement and deepened the humanitarian crisis, with global calls for civilian protection and aid access. Trade experts continue to argue for deeper global commerce ties and technical support to help developing economies weather fragmentation risks. Finally, a quick regional weather watch. Forecasters are monitoring Tropical Storm Gabrielle well out in the Atlantic. Even if the center remains distant, passing bands could bring periods of showers, brisk winds, rougher seas, and rip currents to parts of the island chain. Mariners and beachgoers should pay close attention to official bulletins. These and other issues are of great concern within the islands. What do you think are some good solutions? Let us know your thoughts by texting your comments to 1-315-898-1449. You can also join our WhatsApp group and get the news, weather, and other insightful information delivered right to your smartphone. To join, text JOIN to 1-315-898-1449. Please include your name in the text message. You will receive a call to verify your request. I'm your reporter, SGD, signing off for DGHradio.com. Remember, SGD and DGH, together, we source, gather, and deliver daily global headlines, because on DGHradio.com, the news never sleeps. Ciao.